everybody, this is Nightwing2303 from kicksoncourt.com. Today is basically my top 10 of 2013 list. This is personal list. It has nothing to do with scores, nothing like that. This is literally what I would pick to play in from the top to the bottom, or bottom to the top. I'm going to start at the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Sorry, that was stupid. But yeah, so basically, just going to start from number 10 spot, go all the way up to number 1, tell you a little bit of each shoe, like my thoughts, why I picked it, and that's pretty much it. There is one runner-up, and it is the Ectio Breakaway. That shoe I think is awesome. It's a little bit untraditional looking and all that stuff, but if you want something with amazing traction, like I'm not even joking, like amazing traction, get that shoe. If you're looking for the best support available, if you're dead serious about support, there's nothing more supportive than that shoe, while still allowing you to have range of motion. A lot of people always ask me, like, hey, what's the best shoe to play in? I keep rolling my ankles, blah, blah, blah. I tell them the Ectio Breakaway. They say, whoa, what about something else? So it's one of those things where I could tell how not serious you are by that kind of answer. So I don't even know why some people ask me when it seems like they're just trying to tell or ask me or get me to tell them what shoe I think is cool and all that stuff, which, I mean, you should be able to do that yourself. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into this list. Alright guys, so number 10 spot, it's the Rose 7732. It's got pure motion. It's an awesome feeling. I love the flexibility. I love that there's no sprint frame. Traction is great inside. I wouldn't play in them outside. If you do, they're just going to turn into like butter. Those things, the traction's just going to melt. So, not literally melt, it's just going to grind away. But yeah, so, you know, I think that shoe is a very well-rounded shoe. I think the materials are pretty cheap, which is why it's like way down low on the list and everything. But you know, as far as like actual performance goes, that was a really cool shoe to play in. Number 9 spot goes to the Super.fly 2. Jordan Brand really kind of like hit the head like perfectly with that whole flight play system, the unlock zoom, all that stuff. I love the way that they had it positioned in this shoe to where it like promoted flexibility in the forefoot versus the 28s where it was kind of like you're like folding the bag in half almost every time you step. So, but yeah, this shoe, like you can wear it if you're a point guard, if you like something kind of bulkier and supportive and stuff, but you can also definitely apply it to a big man's game, which is what it was intended for originally. So I think that that's a really good shoe, really good price point, good colorways, good traction, all that kind of good stuff. The number 8 spot's actually a surprise for me. I didn't think I was going to like this shoe. I didn't have any expectations other than this shoe is like a straight up gimmick. But it's the APL Concept 3. That totally blew my mind when I started playing in it. Like that thing, the grip alone was phenomenal. The cushion was not bad. I mean, it was a really decent cushion setup. The spring thing didn't work for me. I can't jump anyways. So, you know, I don't really care about that. But the ventilation was good. Fit was a little bit tight. I've heard that they've revamped that. They said that they like made them true to size after the review and everything, which is really cool. They're open to like, you know, constructive criticism and all that stuff. And the price is expensive, but that shoe was like really great as far as like an actual performance model. So if that's something that you want to try out, I would recommend them. Not considering the spring thing in the front, you know, the loader launch technology. But other than that, I think that the shoe is great. Number 7 spot, we got the HYPERDUNK 2013. This shoe is just they're pretty much good every year, but this shoe I really liked. They took everything that I loved from the 2012 model, and then they made it just a little bit more flexible. And then they upgraded the traction a little bit with that whole lateral kind of coverage with the herringbone, and I just love that. The number 6 spot is the LEBRON 11. Finally, a shoe I have right here where I can grab it. I'm really sorry about that. So my room is a mess on the side that you cannot see. But yeah, the LEBRON 11. It's the first LeBron that legitimately worked for me. Like, out of every single LeBron signature that I've at least tried since I think the 7, this is the first one where I was like, yo, this is sick. As far as like when I was playing in them, I love the way that they fit, the way that they contained and like hug my foot. I know LeBron doesn't like it, but I like it. The cushion is unbelievable. Starts off really mushy at first, so like someone like me, I was like, I don't know if I really like that right now. But once you start breaking it in, like breaking down that lunar, it feels great. Traction was adequate. It wasn't the best traction ever, but it was definitely good. And then everything else, I mean, this is a game changer right here. If you ask me, the price was like a kick in the nuts. But as far as performance and looks and all that stuff, I personally think that this is awesome. So the number 5 spot is the Kobe 8, one of the best performing low top sneakers of all time. This is also kind of a game changer because, I mean, this is the first time engineered mesh had been used on a basketball shoe, and that's something that was originally introduced in the running category. They beefed it up just a little bit. They put, like, you can't see most of it, but they have a lot of fuse on the underlace, like underneath this, for structure and support and everything. And the way that they tweaked it, it just made it perfect for somebody that wants something light but not too light, and something supportive but not restrictive. So I thought that this was just a perfect blend of everything. Plus it's got full-length lunar, not super thick like the LeBrons, but it's just right. And they actually look cool too, so that's definitely a plus. But yeah, I thought that this is one of the better shoes this year. These things are just unbelievable to play in. So the number 4 spot is the Under Armour ANATOMIX Spawn. Under Armour is such a slept-on brand. I know that I made fun of them and everything for their like calf condom shoe and stuff, and I don't take it back just because, I mean, it was a mistake design-wise. It was not necessary. But as far as the Spawn goes, that was like an A+, dude. They really nailed it. So I love everything about that shoe from top to bottom. It was one of the most well-rounded performers of the year. If you're looking at it just based off of scores, every score got like a super high grade, which is crazy. And yeah, I just think that they feel good. I love the cushion. I love the mobility of that forefoot and everything, the way that those flex screws are placed. It's a really nice shoe. I love that shoe a lot. So the number 3 spot actually goes to the Adidas Rose 4. This is a shoe where, when I first saw it, I mean, even now when I look at it, it's kind of hard to look at. It's a weird looking shoe. This break right here, I don't know. It's kind of funny looking. But I say this all the time. When you play in a shoe and it performs well and even exceeds your expectations like this one did, like I wasn't expecting much from these guys, especially with the upper. The upper was like super plastic. Not this one, but the other one. I didn't like it at first. But when you start really playing in it and they start really conforming to your foot and just moving with you, and they feel good, they play good with you and all that stuff, like anything you want to do, you just don't think about it. Like you, the shoe, everything is one. You have a different level of respect for the product, and that's how I feel about the Rose 4. It's like a real love-hate relationship that I have with this shoe, where I wish it looked better, but at the same time, this one doesn't look too bad, and stuff like that. So, you know, but I thought that this shoe was kind of the perfect of everything. They fixed that sprint frame finally, too, where they shaved down, literally, like the whole, it like would cup underneath your foot and then lip up a little bit, so it'd like hold it on the sides. They shaved all that stuff down, so all you have is the base and then the back. So you don't feel the sprint frame at all. The flexibility, the mobility, the range of motion, the traction, all that stuff. The cushion is minimal, but just right for me. So that's why I put it at that number 3 spot. I just think these are a fantastic shoe, and Damian Lillard is literally crushing competition in these things. So hopefully, all of the people that think they know stuff about shoes, talking about it's the shoes with injuries and stuff, look at Lillard, dude. That fool is wrecking stuff. Number 2 spot for me goes to the CP3.7. This shoe has everything from new school stuff as far as tech goes. This Podulite, basically the pod system, the Zoom Air, the foams, all that stuff. I love it. But it's got a blend of the old as well from my era when I grew up, which is the leather-based materials and stuff. I love playing in leather. I can't stress that enough. I love playing in well-fitted leather too. So they've narrowed this last down that they built the shape of the shoe off of to a point to where it really hugs your foot. And then you have that leather over it, man. I'm telling you, dude, like sex for your feet. So all that in mind, that's why I picked the CP3.7. It actually looks good too. This is one of the first, I think this is the only CP3 model where I actually think aesthetically it looks appealing to me. So I just love everything about this sneaker. Number 1, in case you haven't guessed, it is the Air Jordan 28. This shoe, as soon as I played in it, this one, you can pick either one. They play the same. One's just $100 less, so if you can get this one, I'd go for this one just based off of price. I'm gonna put this one down. But as soon as I was done playing in this shoe the first night, like I was literally like, this is the best shoe I've ever played in. And the whole year, I'm constantly, like, I don't think that a lot of people understand that I'm always trying to find the next best one because it's just fun for me. You know what I mean? It's like an Easter egg. Like, you never know what you're going to... Out of all these shoes, you don't know which one is going to perform the best. Turns out it's this thing right here. This one. The one that's just... It's weird looking. And it doesn't make any sense, like, how this would work as a basketball shoe, but it does. It's awesome. It's unbelievable. It's beautiful. It's a great design. Not casually, but performance-wise, it's literally awesome. So, you know, support, cushion, all that stuff is perfect for me. The range of motion that you're able to get with the decoupled heel and forefoot, I just love it. The flight plate, the zipper, love zippers. Love zippers so much you don't even know. So that is my #1 shoe of the year. It's been that way ever since I put these things on, and it hasn't changed since, which is pretty interesting because usually throughout the year I change my mind quite a bit, like, oh yeah, this one's better than this one now, and all that kind of stuff. And this is the first time where like that didn't happen. As soon as I put these on, I like knew. And every shoe that I put on after this wasn't as good as it. So, in my opinion. But yeah, that is my list. That is the top performance models, in my personal opinion, for 2013. Not based off of scores or anything like that. Thank you so much for everything since forever, since I've been doing this. Thank you to everybody that supports me. I just, you know, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys have been awesome. The experiences that I've been able to have because of this has been awesome. I hope it doesn't stop. You know, I just think I'm so grateful. Like, I can't even say that enough. Yeah, just thank you guys so much. You guys don't know. Like, I know that you guys thank me and stuff, but like, I should be thanking you on a daily basis. So, thank you guys again. Be sure to check out my site. Shameless plug. kicksoncourt.com for all your performance needs. And thank you guys again. So until next year, have a good one.